Let us pray. Lord God, we come tonight to give thanks to you for being able to meet tonight as your people, as members of our proud credit union. We give thanks to the members that we've lost this past year and pray that you will comfort their families. Tonight we especially want to give thanks for Alta Morrison's over 50 years of serving this credit union. She's been such an inspiration to all of us and always kept her fellow educators in mind with her decision. Lord, when our world is in a mess, we know that you are still in control, and thank you for that. We ask that you bless this gathering, those who organized it, those that prepared the food. We pray in the blessed name of Jesus. Amen. You want your notes back?
That'll help, yeah. He took my agenda with him when he walked away, so, and I was completely lost. We're going to go ahead and I hereby appoint Lyda Smith as our temporary recording clerk. Did I get it? Is that Lyda? Is there a quorum present?
Mr. Chairman, more than 15 members are present, constituting a quorum.
Very well. Next, we're going to go ahead and, therefore, this is a legal meeting, and we're going to go ahead and have Greg Olson give us our charitable donation presentation.
Thank you, Michael. You know, each year we do a variety of different things to help the community in a variety of different ways. We have direct sponsorships to our sponsor schools and clubs, advertisements for school events, and annual scholarships. We're actually doing that right now for the 2 that we have for this year. For 2021, we had, as far as helping the community, we had over $15,200 in direct support by those methods. And then we also do several different things throughout the year as far as in helping with the 2 major fundraisers we have are the Downtown Rescue Mission and our October Breast Cancer Awareness campaign, including the Liz Hurley Ribbon Run, which for most of us is a walk, but hey, it's all good, right? As long as we can help participate in the effort. You know, we thank all the members. You know, as you're coming into the offices, you're seeing the different events, different, you know, products we have for sale or raffles or whatever. And so, you know, it's because of your participation in those different things we have that helps us raise that type of money. So I also want to thank our employees, because we have our employees come up with all these different ideas for the products, the things that we sell, raffle ideas, things of that sort. We have a committee every year that gets together and comes up with those ideas. So I definitely thank you for all of that. You know, and recently you might, if you've been in the offices, at least the 2 offices, I guess the 2 Huntsville offices, and at the main office in Sparkman, we had the Movers for Moms campaign to help women at the Downtown Rescue Mission Owens House, which is just for women. You know, in the old days, they didn't have a separate facility. Everybody was kind of somewhat commingled, and you try to keep them separated and all that. So now the way with the Owens House, you have the ability to do that. But I'm pleased tonight to report that for the this is, again, we're looking at 2021, that we raised $5,275 for the Downtown Rescue Mission and $1,675 for the Breast Cancer Awareness Fund. Marcia Seymour, I see her over in the corner here, is the Director of Corporate Engagement for the Downtown Rescue Mission, and she's here tonight to receive that check for $5,275. Come on up. On the camera here somehow. Anything you want to say? We certainly appreciate. Go ahead. Take a few words.
Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much for raising this money for the Downtown Rescue Mission. Not only do we help men, women, and children in need, we also help everybody in the community as well. We have a new medical wing that we're really excited about, and we're able to do optical there. We're able to check people for skin cancer, dermatology, and all of that is possible through donations like what you guys have done for us. It takes about $2 to feed a person, and we do that 3 times a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, so this will go towards a lot of food for people in need. Thank you so much.
I'm going to call on the clerk to read the minutes.
Okay, the minutes are printed in your annual meeting packet.
Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions? Hearing none, I can have a motion to approve the minutes as printed and distributed. Is there a second? Second. All in favor say aye. Carried. Next would be the chairman report, and I'd like to direct your attention over to the screen. This is the 66th annual membership meeting, and our philosophy is not for profit, not for charity, but for service. This is a service-centric organization. Next slide, please. We believe in customer centricity. We put your needs first when we make decisions. There's about 11,000 members in this credit union, and we currently steward 131 million assets. And so our purpose is serving the financial needs of our members. Members, you own a share of the credit union. Member receives value through lower loan rates, higher savings, and reduced service fees. Next slide, please. So today I'm going to give you some highlights, what I call the economic resilience and the North Alabama Educators Credit Union members' value for being a part of this organization. Next slide, please. One of the values, I think, of being part of this membership is that you do get an opportunity to experience certain loans where they're given to you, and they actually give you some very, very good rates. But what's happening now is that inflation has reached its highest rates in several decades. Costs have soared across the country. You probably noticed that prices have risen for necessities such as gasoline and groceries. While it's uncertain of how long these high levels of inflation will last, it's best to focus on what you can control. A budget can help you focus on your priorities such as housing, food, and utilities. Remember, money without a plan is never enough. Monitor your spending habits. Focus on spending money where you get the most value, and ensure that your purchases are justified and worth your hard-earned money. Shop for sales. Take advantage of price matching policies you find online and print coupons to save money on everyday purchases such as groceries. Take advantage of reward programs. Many goods and services you already pay for offer loyalty and membership reward programs that can offer discounts and reward you for free items and give credits in exchange for your repeated business. Find free activities. These could include visiting museums, traveling to parks, attending museum and community events, even getting together with family and friends. Particularly, you're able to find free tickets and promotions for events that typically requires paid admission. And so each of you in this room here today, for the last 2 years, you have had what I call economic resilience. A lot of people didn't make it through this year. A lot of them lost jobs. There were certain industries that were impacted. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from life's challenges and unforeseen difficulties. And so if you're here today, you've been able to do that, and we just applaud you for being a part of this membership. But the credit union has, I think, stepped it up a level. They want to make, because of the pandemic, because people couldn't get out, and we didn't really know what was going on. And I want to applaud any educator that right now, you didn't know what was going on as well as we try to make it through this pandemic. But we tried to make our services more available to you because you couldn't get out like you wanted to get out. So the membership value, first of all, mobile banking. Mobile banking services offers mobile deposits. In the first 3 months of this year, 2022, there were 475 mobile transactions. that was people pull out their phone and they were able to actually download their check into their bank without leaving their home. And then we did that so that it could be a service to you. Also, integrated bill pay program and card control to turn on and off your credit cards. You know, sometimes you might lose your credit card, and my wife would tell me, I was looking for my credit card for 3 months. I couldn't find it. I knew it wasn't stolen. I couldn't find it. And finally, I found it in an old suit I had. It was in their pocket, and I pulled it out. But if you could have this service here, you could just turn that card off until you find it. There were 4,004 transactions for bill payments the first quarter of 2022. Sir, are you going to be okay? I want to give him a glass of water or someone. He can't breathe. He can't breathe. Okay. Loans. Electronic signatures are offered for your customers and for your convenience. The CU Credit Union gave in its first, again, quarter of 2022, we did over 37 transactions online. And so that's there to help you not have to come out, and those things are to help you as members. And finally, e-sign applications are received through their smartphone. And, you know, I remember you could just lay in your bed in your pajamas and fill out the application. How convenient is that? I mean, that's where we are today. We're trying to make it convenient for you. And I want you to know that in the first quarter of 2022, we gave out 5.3 million loans were granted to our members. I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. Next slide, please. And I want to close by thanking this board here. I love working with high-performing teams, and it's just a pleasure to be here. I left out one name here, Mr. Bob Watson. He just joined us, but he's part of our leadership team as well. Bob, raise your hand right there. And I also wanted to thank our supervisory committee chairperson, Regina Patrick. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the report of the President's CEO, Greg Olmsted.
Thank you. While Jennifer is getting this set up, I'll add on a couple things that Michael was talking about. Yeah, it really has changed as far as the electronic services, and we kind of got into the not bill payment, but the mobile deposit a little bit later, and so part of that was risk-based. Unfortunately, there's a lot of fraud out there. Our collection manager out there, he goes to meetings every month and hears about some of that, so we had to kind of try to manage some of that. But we have adjusted those amounts to make those a little more consumer-friendly for you. So if you haven't done that, and if it's something that you might be interested in, check that out. We'd be glad to help you with that. But the financials in your packet talk about everything we have. And again, we're looking at the year 2021, which is when we close out. Financial data is also available online. The NCUA, if you just did a search on the NCUA, you'd be able to find our data, plus any other credit union and all the peer ratios that are out there. So they provide some pretty good stats and comparative stats, too, for credit unions our size out there. But, the wild thing is, though, with 2021 is just, how much it changed, it just kind of picked up where 2020 left off. Ongoing pandemic things, nobody really was out there spending much money. I mean, you had a lot of money coming in, but you weren't able to go out and spend a lot of that money. And so what that meant was we had total member deposits last year, looking at from 2020 to 2021, increased by 16.89%, which was a pretty good increase, probably about 3 to 4 times what a normal year would be. We had overall assets increased of the credit union by 15%, which again, our normal, average annual would be in the range of anywhere from 3 to 5%. So, and that's just not us. Every credit union out there had the same situation. I think everybody in here probably had some stimulus money that came to them. Some people needed it, some people didn't, and a lot of people, they just parked that money because they didn't really need it. So the money came in, certainly was useful for some people, but that's what caused a lot of these assets, this kind of increase that we had to go up, which again is certainly not a bad thing, but it's also, people sometimes look at an asset gain and think, well, maybe that's a good thing, but it's really not, because in our business, that's how you calculate your capital ratios. And again, if we have money come in, we've got to have something to do with it. So when I have several $1 million come in, we've either got to loan it out or we have to invest it. And everybody knows the investment market for 2021 was not real great. So I'm pleased though that we had very good loan volume for the year. Our loan officers did a very good job as far as in putting that out there, because I think we had net balances of total member loans. They increased by 5.41%, where there's quite a few credit unions that are out there, again, on that NCUA data, that they had negative loan growth. So we were fortunate, I think we did very well to have that positive loan growth out there. But again, overall investments, and like I talked about, the money that comes in, overall investments increased by 24.25%, which is a lot. And again, that was invested in a fairly low market that we had for last year. But fortunately for us, we always treat things very conservatively. We're not investing in the stock market. We're not investing in derivatives and swaps and all this kind of stuff where, there's possibility for losing principal and things of that sort. So everything we do is very conservative. And we actually stayed very short also. So our actual average duration, I think, is in about the 3.5 year category. It's amazing to me that, you hear about the 10-year Treasury bill, and there's people buy that. And I can't even imagine doing that with your money. Again, it's your money. So again, I have to be very responsible and be a good steward of your money. So that's why we stay very, very short with that. Y'all need some other seats. I know there's some up front and several of these chairs. But again, we don't ever chase higher yields, with longer term options such as mortgage loans and those 10-year investments like I was talking about, because everyone knows rates are on the rise. If you watch the news whatsoever, the Federal Reserve has already raised twice. They raised 50 basis points this last time. The next time they're talking about probably raising another 50 basis points. And so, that's why we did not go out there and invest in a lot of long-term stuff. A lot of you probably remember the savings and loan situations of the 80s and all that, and that they got into trouble because they had a lot of long-term investments and loans and things of that sort that caused problems. So we have avoided that, for that very reason. But, this ultra-low interest rate environment, if you want to go to the interest income, we saw our investment income, though, drop by 13.26% from 2020, even though we had that great increase in balances, but because it's in such a low interest rate environment, plus a lot of the other stuff that then was repricing was coming into, lower interest rate rates. Loan interest income was also slightly less, plus, even though we had those gains, and that was because, again, rates were great. I mean, if you were a borrower the last 5-6 years, has been a really good time. Rates have been very low, but again, things change, and so as we get into the next part, that's where we're going to see, rates increasing. We were profitable, but certainly we didn't gain as much as we did the prior year. We had $445,000. The prior year went down to $329,000 primarily, and we only had, I think it was about a 2% increase in our overall expenses before dividends. So, we didn't go crazy as far as on the expense side. It's just we had less income because of the interest rate environment that we're in. So I will say, though, that our total reserves and undivided earnings, which is your capital ratio, is that increased by 6.72% during 2021. And that was also assisted by, we had a merger with Postal Employees Credit Union last year that helped with that. So we certainly appreciate any postal employee members that are here either today or online. I know we had about 67, I think, people that had registered for online. This is a hybrid meeting, so this is being broadcast online too. So, and just so you know, when he was talking about that drawing, the drawing we're having today is for you guys, and then we'll have another drawing for the online people tomorrow morning, once we have all the counts from that. So you're not losing any odds, is what I'm trying to say from that standpoint. But like I said, we are considered to be well capitalized from a credit union. Again, this has been a tough environment the last few years. We know it's tough on you, as Michael was saying earlier. Inflation is running at about 8.5%. And so, everything you've got from filling up your tank to filling up your refrigerator is a lot more expensive this year than what it was last year. That's less money you've got in your pocket for those living expenses. So, we've been through these economic cycles before. This is our 66th annual meeting. So we've been through a lot of highs and lows during that period of time. So just know that, we've tried to prepare ourselves for kind of one of these rainy days, which is kind of what this has been the last few years. So just know that, we're here to work for you. As Michael was saying, the members own the credit union. Each of you are members of the credit union. I work for the board of directors, but then I also work for you as members. If you ever have anything, I think the one good thing that this credit union is able to do is, if any of you need to talk about anything, I can sit down and talk with you. Some of these bigger institutions aren't going to do that. So if you ever have anything that you need, I'm glad to try to sit down and help you clear things up, or if you just need some advice on something, try to help with that. So we appreciate your membership, and thank you for being here, and thank those that are online as well. Thank you.
All right, is there any unfinished business at this point? Is there any new business to come before the board? Okay, next, Greg, would you give us, the staff, an official recognition?
Each year at this time, we do different things throughout the year from our employee standpoint. We do have an Employee Appreciation Week. And I do think one of the things that we probably need to try to do with that too is try to include some of our membership. I know we have a lot of good relationships member-wise with our employees, but we do that throughout the year because, we're nothing without our employees. I mean, especially these days, the labor market being what it is. I've got our HR VP over here. She knows how difficult it is these days to find any employee, let alone a good employee. So right now it's been a challenge in this environment that we're in. But, we do have the good employees. So I'm very appreciative of everybody that we have, particularly, everybody else, the majority of our employees, they deal with the members face-to-face every day, whether it's in person, on the phone, or whatever. They're the reason why you still have accounts with us. It's not really for anything that I'm doing or this board is doing. It's because of what the individual employees are doing as they're working with you each and every day. So I do appreciate that. I do know that, for this meeting being a hybrid meeting, we don't have as many employees as we probably typically would have in the old days. And so some of the recognition things that we typically will do, we're going to kind of do those at the offices with the employees. But I do appreciate the employees that we've got. At this time, I would like to recognize our senior management team because they assist me greatly in the running of this credit union. I mean, like I just mentioned, we've had some challenges over the last few years, and with a pandemic, myself, I was actually out about a month, I guess, with COVID earlier this year. Myself, I was in the hospital for about 4 days. And I didn't worry about the credit union one day while I was in there because I knew I had people that could run the credit union and do what they needed to do. So I appreciate them greatly. But first, I want to just call Melissa Siebers, our Vice President of Accounting, and oversees all the accounting, back office postings, financial statements, and works with all the auditors and everything. So, Melissa, where are you at? Thank you. Our next one is not here tonight, but Deanna Mitchell is our Vice President of Lending. I just mentioned we had, a very good year in lending and oversees our lending operations throughout the year. But she got with me this morning. She's got a bad stomach bug going around her house and wanted to know if she should come to work, and I told her no. Please stay at home. We don't need that coming down to the office. So, but I greatly appreciate what she does. Jennifer Brown, I was just mentioned before, is our Vice President of Administration, oversees HR functions, general equipment operations, and works as our liaison with our data processor, as far as the system. So Jennifer's right over here. In our branch operations, our branch managers, they're the ones that, that's who you see when you're at the branches. And so they're running that office, and they do a good job of that. Nicole Brown is the manager of our Athens office. Here. Sitting right next to her, Felicia Scruggs is the manager of our Sparkman office. And Mike Sieber has kind of a dual role. He's our collections manager and also our Madison branch office. So if Mike calls you, he's very nice with the job he does, with that collections job. And just so you know, I joke about that, but everybody we deal with is members, and so we want to still have a member when it's over with. I've told several people before, when we deal with issues, if they're past due on vehicles or whatever, we just want to work out a plan. I don't want to be in the car salesman business, so I don't want to have to sell, get somebody's car and all that stuff. So Mike is very good. We work with trying to help members to get out of the situations that they're in, to where, they don't have to worry about it. That's kind of what we're supposed to do. We're here to try to help people's finances, and so if they'll work with us, we're certainly going to work with them. And then as far as just the other employees that are here, I know we've got several throughout the facility here, and it's just, I appreciate what they do, because again, so many of them, every job is important. I meet with every employee that comes, a new hire. I always want to sit down with them and talk to them about how important they are to the overall success of the credit, because again, members, you're seeing them. You don't see me other than probably at this meeting every year. Maybe sometimes, out and about, or, in the offices, but those are the people that you deal with on the day-to-day basis. So we just want to thank all the employees. If we could just have all the employees that are here, if you would just stand for us, please. Give them a round of applause. Thank you. And the last thing I would do is just as I mentioned, the structure of the credit union is I work for the volunteer board of directors. So we meet every month, sometimes, more frequent than that, but we have contacts. They work for you. They represent you. And so they're looking out for your interests as far as products, services, different things that should bring value to you. So I appreciate the working environment that we have with that, because it's very important that, and then trust me, it's not a yes group. It is a group that's supposed to be what they are, and that is they look at every issue and they vote it up or down, and we move on. So that's what you want to have with a governing body like this. So I appreciate their service, and this is the last. We rotate our chairpersons, and so Michael Vance is going to be moving on from the chairperson. He'll still be a director, but he's going to move on from that position. And we're one of the few credit unions that does that, and I think that's actually very useful. I think years ago that was brought up, and I think it's worked out very well as far as just getting different levels of experience and just sharing the wealth, I guess, of the chairmanship role. So I appreciate Michael's service the last couple of years. And at this time, too, I guess I'll turn it over to Robert Lipscomb. Do you want to say some things on Alta's behalf?
Thank you. As most of you know, who've been coming to this credit union meeting for many years and been involved in the credit union, that our former member, Alta Morrison, has spent about 57 years working on this board. She was one of the first board members to be asked to join the credit union by our former director, Zeta O'Reilly. And she has had some health issues lately, and has not been able to come to the meetings. I visited with her yesterday afternoon, and we had planned to come together tonight, but about 15 minutes before I was to go pick her up, she called and said that she just simply was not able to make it. And I would just ask you all to keep Alta in your prayers, and if you see her or think about her occasionally, give her a call, or just remember her as you go about your business. She would love to have been here, but I had to respect what she felt was not good for her. Thank you. Oh, the other thing is the board voted unanimously to dedicate the Madison branch in her honor. So those of you who know the Sparkman branch was dedicated to a former member, Mr. Clark, and Alta will get that because as much as Willie Clark pulled for the Sparkman branch and looked out for it, Alta Morrison never wanted to think about closing the Madison branch when we were facing that issue. And so I think it is really fitting that the board voted to dedicate that building to her. And she is honored for that and knows that it has been done.
So working on this board has been very good for me. I get a chance to work with high-performing groups, but also I get a chance to work with a lot of the employees at the credit union. And the credit union employees, they are all high-performing, they are all friendly, they are all helpful. But over the years, I've watched one person that has seemed to always, what I call, give customer-centric service over and above. And I wanted to personally recognize her. This is something that I chose to do. It says here that the North Alabama Educators Credit Union 66th Annual Meeting, Membership Meeting recognizes Kelly Cuevas, for your customer-centric service, May 9th, Michael Vance, chairperson. Would you come up and receive this, please?
So we had, I guess, it's installation officers. Yep. And before I go to the installation officers, I did forget, you had this in your package too on this kind of FBI alert, and I kind of had that in there simply because, you know, we still see an awful lot of fraud going on that's either being sent through members via text messages, emails, calls, all of the above. And so please be very careful if you ever come across any kind of thing that's a red flag like you have listed over here. If you ever have a question about something, please feel free to come to the office or call us, and you know, we can even check on some checks or something that you may have had, because it's just it's a very tough situation when you have a member who's lost thousands of dollars, and we've had that happen before. And you know, we don't want anybody in here to become a victim, because you know, most of that type of stuff is not anything that's an insured loss. So you know, if you happen to do something that you think is legitimate that's not, unfortunately that's going to be out on you. So you just got to trust but verify who it is that you're dealing with. and recognize and do not trust caller ID and all this stuff because people can spoof any kind of number. It can look like our number. It can look like somebody's calling from the credit union and want to give your information, and that's just not real. So, we have hard enough times with filling up your gas tank and all this other kind of stuff. You don't need to be giving your money away to somebody that's is just going to steal your money. So be very alert to that, and unfortunately know that people wake up every morning thinking of a way to take your money. So just know that that's how it operates. So just be aware of that. With that, I'm going to move on to the installation of officers. And so there were no nominations submitted by petition for the positions of director or supervisor committee. The following individuals will be elected by acclamation. So for supervisor committee, and I don't know if we have any of these here, they may be online. The following candidates for the supervisor committee are hereby elected to serve a one-year term. And these are Regina Patrick, who was our former chairperson, David Cox, and Mary Jo Ray. Are any of them here tonight? I know David had told me he could not be here tonight. We do appreciate their continued service. And on the board of directors, the following candidates for the board of directors are hereby elected to serve a 3-year term. Please stand when I call your name. Ms. Melvina Phillips, Mr. Robert Lipscomb, and Mr. Robert Watson. Again, these are the new board members for the next 3 years, and we do appreciate their service. Thank you very much. Tickets, okay? Just so you know, early today, some of you have been to past meetings, we had this kind of rolling wheel thing and all this stuff, and I got to looking at that thing. That thing was looking kind of rough, and I believe I was afraid of losing tickets as we were rolling it and everything else, and so what we got here, everybody can see what I've got here. One of the things we're going to do also is we're going to draw one ticket to put in that other one. That'll be our grand prize, which is $250. So everybody will have a chance for the $250. And again, that is everybody in this room. So the online people that are on, we will have a drawing amongst the online people tomorrow. But all the drawings we're going to do today are the people that are here. So Kelly, did we have somebody that was going to help draw? We got a volunteer. I see a hand back here. Come on up. If you could just come on around here, I'll move this chair. And while he's coming up here, does everybody in here have a ticket? It greatly increases your odds of winning if you got a ticket. All right. What I need you to do is we're going to draw one ticket and we're going to put it right over there. We're not going to mention the number yet. So just close your eyes and reach in there and grab a ticket. What's your name? Noah? All right, Noah, you'll put that ticket right in there. So that's our $250 winner. Let me get these tickets in. That's what I call confidence. And what we do is we're going to go from smallest to largest, as far as the prizes. So I'll take it here. You got one more? Okay. Well, maybe the one won the others. So this is for the $20 prize. And two, as you win these, as we give you these tickets, if you just go over here to this table over here and they'll get your information. And the way we do this is the money then is deposited into your regular share account, and that keeps me from carrying around cash that I didn't really want to do tonight. So it makes it easier. So the first winner here is 529-4364. Do we have a winner? Oh! Maybe you might like that. You come on up here. Come over here and get this. Yeah, if you just do that. All right. Yeah, if you would, when you win, just come up here so we give you the ticket to take over there. Here you go. Throw another one. Oh, no. That's good. So the next one for another $20 is 529-4312. 529-4312. All right, Mike. All righty. All right, let's mix them up here. Reach all the way in the bottom there and grab one. One. All right, the next one, 529-4316. 529-4316. Have a winner, I believe, over. No? Oh, right here. Kelly. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Congratulations. Yep. We'll draw another. What's the amount on this one still? 20? 529-4305. Somebody said before Larry Sharp always wins. I think they're right. The next one is how much? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm drawing a ticket. I got used to that. Pull one out. All right, the next one I think is 25, right? Is 529-4340. 529-4340. Right here. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, no. Okay, 529-4309. 4309, the last four. Got a winner in the back. Reach in the bottom there. All right, the next winner, 529-4320. Bob Watson, all right. You've got it. All right, thank you. Go over there and see Melissa then.
So this is gonna go in my account, not my wife's, right?
That's it, your money. Now what you do with it is up to you. There you go. All right, is this, what's the amount on this, Michael? 25? 529-4324. 529-4324. Is everybody? Here we go. Susie. All right, reach in there. I want to separate, are they? All right, going up to $50. 529-4321. 529-4321. Here we go. Yep. All right. Okay, this is going to be another $50. 529-4347. All right. Yep. 529-4356. There you go. All right, chin there. 529-4314. 529-4314. All right. Okay. Five two nine four 306. 306, the last three. Have somebody? 5294 306. I think he's got it. Congratulations. Five two nine four 327. Here we go. Five two nine four 349. 349. Here we go. Congratulations. Five two nine four 358. 358. Huh. I think that is officially our youngest winner tonight. Five two nine 4343. 529 4343. One more. I keep wanting to grab the tickets myself. So this is the last $50 prize. 5294 308. 5294 308.
That's mine.
That is his. He's right. You want to just take one over there or just leave it here? Okay. Okay. All right, go ahead. So it's 75, isn't it? Is that it? 5294 346. 5294 346. $75 winner. Thanks. 5294 337. Oh. Congratulations, Leslie. Yeah. All right. Still 75, I believe. 5294 350. 5294 350. Look once, look twice. All right. All right. Okay. Five two nine four 302. The winner in the back. And just remember, if you haven't won yet, you could have the one right over there for the 250. So your luck may be good. There you go. Okay, what's we still on? I think this is the last 75. 5294 336. 5294 336. There you go. thank you. $100. Now you can fill your gas tank up. 5294362. 5294362. Five two nine four three one three. Melvina winner here. Okay. Five two nine four 304. 304 is the last three. Right here, all right, close by. Better get out of here. Get it? You get that? You get that for Bob? Okay, this, what'd you say it is? 125, 5294348. 5294348.
Oh, happy birthday, yeah.
All right. Five two nine four 334. All right, Betty. Is it still the same? The last one there, all right? Five two nine four 365. Congratulations. Hey, Noah's doing a good job up here now. Give him a break. Okay, 150. All right, here you go. Draw another. Close your eyes. There you go. This is for $150. 5294 354. Oh, here we go. All righty. Five two nine four 331. Ah, that's getting to be a lucky table over there. Other than my family members, I see. Who knows? They could come up even better. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, 5294 326. So is it just the one more, right? All right. So we want to thank Noah for his work here, and I'll get with you here in a few minutes. I am going to have you come over here. You're going to verify this number so they know I'm not cheating here. This is 5294 317 for the $250. Oh! He called it. She actually said that when we first started. There we go. That's it. That's it. Well, I'll let Michael get back up here. And we do have The meals that you take with you back here, they've got them marked. I know it's grilled chicken is on this side, and I think club sandwich is on this side of the package. So just grab one. I'll let him finish up. Just adjourn the meeting.
Thank you again for being here, and this meeting is adjourned.